Hey there, my name's Eric and I'm the co-founder here at RegFox, and I am so excited to show you a demo of the platform. We have designed every single thing that you're going to see here in this demo to help maximize your success. We believe that RegFox is the platform that is going to help you do more, make more, and keep more. So I'm going to give you a broad overview of the platform, and I'm just going to scratch the surface on many of our great features. But I just want you to take a look at this list here because there are so many incredible things that RegFox does off the shelf. And so I don't have time to cover every single one in detail, but I'll show you the essentials today of creating a registration page, going live, I'll show you check-in, and I'll show you other parts of the platform. But just know that we have over 40 other demos right below this video where you can browse and review and watch individual demos of a given feature. And if you happen to be a larger event, maybe hosting over 2,000 attendees, be sure to reach out to our team. We'd be happy to give you a one-on-one demo. So with that, let's get started. All right, here I am inside my RegFox account. And as you can see, there's an overview of all my various open registration pages. In here, I can launch the page, I can edit it, I can run reports, I can view analytics, I can clone it. Lots of great things to do in here. If I want to create a brand new page, we're just going to go over here and click the button Create Page. And this opens up a gallery of starting point templates. What you want to do is review maybe the look and the feel, but also the setup. And you can use the categories over here to find one that's going to fit more of your needs. But just know that every single one is going to be customizable both in look, feel, and function. And over each one of these, if you want to see what they look like, you can hit the preview link and you can get a feel for what this given template will give you as a starting point. But just remember, this is all a starting point, and so you can customize it all. I'm going to choose this one, the Dunder Mifflin one, just because I love The Office. And we're going to use this one to show you some of the popular features inside RegFox. So I'm going to give it a name, a date, and estimated number of registrants. All right, so here we are in the Real View Builder, and we call it the Real View Builder because you're going to build your registration page in a visual way in which matches how your registrants will see it. So what you see here is what your registrants will get. And so it is a fantastic way to build your registration page, requires no technical knowledge. Let me walk you through some of the menu options on here. So we're in the page builder here. We also have coupons, actions, which is conditional logic, confirmation page and emails. We have some promotion tools here. We have an attendee app, lots of great on-site features, including badge printing and the check-in app, and then additional settings such as conversion tracking with external tools. We've got password restrictions. We've got so many great things in there. So a lot of options in here. And then this design settings panel here allows me to change the fonts, colors, links, and backgrounds. So what's great about this is that as you go along, you can just hit this preview button and this will launch a dummy version of this page, which allows me actually to interact with everything here and even complete the summary payment information below here. And that will trigger the confirmation page and email. So you can test the entire registration experience using preview mode. Now going through here, every single thing you see, if you put your mouse over it, will provide you a edit and a pencil icon. So if you see something you don't like, no problem. You can just delete it and poof, it's gone. You also can click and drag to rearrange things in order here, but every single thing you see here, which is really a placeholder for you to modify and customize, is just welcoming you to go ahead and edit and then modify to your liking. So if we wanted to switch out the logo here, no problem. We just hit delete. Drop in our own logo. We can change the alignment, the height, background colors. We can even add a navigation in there as well. So lots of great things in there. Going down here, again, this has a bunch of different field types as an example. So we have a schedule, we have speakers. If you want to go in here and see what they look like, you can just hit edit. We have titles, descriptions, thumbnail images for them. And if you want to add additional speakers, you just hit the plus icon, or to get rid of them, you just hit the trash can icon. Scrolling down here further, I want to draw your attention to this dotted line here. And this dotted line will separate the visual information about your page from the data collection part of your page. And so you want to share all the information about your event, videos and descriptions and schedules above that dotted line. And then below, this is where we're going to capture data about your attendees. Now, if you want to add things in here, you just put your mouse over there, hit the plus icon, and here you can see a variety of different visual fields you can add to it. So an image gallery, a body of text, and so adding things in here is very simple and easy. But that's going to be mostly for visual items above. Now below here, you can see I have a few more icons when I put my mouse over an element. We have the same edit and delete. We also have a clone, which will duplicate that field. And then if we want to add something below this field, we can go ahead and hit plus. And here we have a whole bunch of other different kinds of fields to capture data and to charge for an event. So you can see we have registration options, which is already on the page, which I'll talk about in a second. A text field, multiple choice. We've got dates, checkboxes, file uploads, terms, waivers. We have add-ons, upgrades, fundraising, breakout sessions, membership. We've got so many things here. And again, below this video, we have additional demos of many of these different field types. But I can add a text field here, and I can choose if it's a multiple line or single line, and you get that little preview down here that you can see what it's going to look like. Now I want to take a second and just talk about the registration options field, because this might be the most important field on your registration page, and it's going to help organize and categorize how you segment your attendees. And this is going to be ideally the primary way in which you charge for your event. So we have an individual registration, we got a corporate registration. If I want to add another one, maybe this is called VIP. We can give it a description, and then we can give that a price as well. And then you can set limits for any of these options. So if I wanted this VIP limit to be limited to 100 spots, I can do that. So the registration options field is going to be really important because it should categorize and help you organize the different kinds of attendees you have, and should be the primary way in which you charge for your event. So hitting done there, that looks good. And then I want to draw your attention to some of these other fields below. That we have a company name, and maybe that company name is only going to apply for the corporate registration. And we also have this dietary restrictions field, and we only want that to be shown if you maybe choose yes on an option above. I'm going to show you how you can create those attendee workflows and paths using actions in a second, but I just want to draw your attention to the fact that when you build your registration page, add all the different kind of field types you want, and then we can conditionally show them or hide them using actions. Going down below here, we have our sessions. If I hit edit here, you can see a quick example of this. If I want to charge for my sessions, I could toggle it on. I could set a price, restrict inventory if I wanted there as well. And so some great options for sessions. And again, if you want to add more, you hit the plus icon or the trash can icon to remove them. Going down below here, we have a field called event merchandise, but this is really add-ons and upgrades. So think experiences, food and beverage, products, whatever you can imagine. And this gets about a 15 to 20% uptick rate on your registration page because their credit cards are already out and people would rather pre-buy these things than do it on site. Now, to give you a little glimpse at some of the options here, we've got something very simple like that book, but we also have complicated products such as like t-shirts. And so these might have variants where these might have different sizes. So you can hit add variant, and you can go in here and add a double XL large shirt, a price, and also any inventory restrictions there as well. So hopefully that makes sense there, but a really powerful feature. And then we have coupon codes, which I'll show you how to create those. And then we have some light fundraising tools in here. This is a great way to make a dent in the universe, have a donation go to a local charity or cause you're passionate about. This also gets between a 10 and 15% conversion rate when included on your registration pages. Down below here, we have something called purchase protection. If you've never heard about this from us, man, this is going to change your world because this allows your attendees to optionally upgrade their registration to get a full refund policy should they be prohibited from attending your event. And the best part about that is that we pay out those refunds and not you. And this costs you nothing to offer. Small fee for the attendees, which is charged separately. And then we handle all the emails, all the claims, all the payouts and refunds. What this does is allows you to have a strict no refund policy because there is a service available for them to get a refund should they not be able to attend. So fantastic feature there. Be sure to add that on. But as you go through here, you always can again save and then preview to test your changes. Now remember how we talked about the custom fields in here, the company name, and only want it to apply to certain fields, and same thing with the dietary restrictions. I'm going to show you the actions panel here, and this will allow us to conditionally show or hide certain fields. And on the left-hand side, you set the condition, and on the right-hand side, you set the action, basically what you want it to do. So how you set this up is you just kind of say it out loud. So you'd say, all right, when registration option selection is the corporate registration, then we want to show the company name, just like that. We'll hit save. We'll add the other one. which is going to be when the dietary restrictions is yes. So we'll go here when dietary restriction selection is yes, then we are going to show the explanation just like that. So how this works is that unless this is true, this is going to be hidden. So as long as corporate registration is not selected, it's going to hide these fields. So it's really simple to create these. You don't have to create all the show and hides and all the different various combinations. You just say, unless this is selected, then don't show that. So to preview this, I can go down here and I can go to our registration block and see how company name is not there. So if I hit VIP, it's not there. If I hit individual, it's also not there. But when I hit corporate, there it is. And so you can use actions to conditionally show or hide anything on the page and also change pricing on anything on the page as well. So for our dietary restrictions, our description there is missing, but we can choose yes, and then here's where we can capture that additional information. So if you're tired of having all your individuals who register with fields that don't apply to them, type in NA, this feature is going to be awesome for you because people just say no and they're not asked that certain information. So actions are really powerful and there's so many things you can do with it too. So a really common one is going to be early bird discounts. And so you can use actions to set all of your pricing rules automatically. And this is sometimes referred to as dynamic pricing. So we can say when date is before a certain date, then we are going to apply a discount. And let's make a discount of say $50 on the individual registration option. So you can do that and that will automatically apply a discount on that registration option field. You also can do this when maybe there's remaining inventory goes below a certain threshold to increase a price. So you can set pricing rules on almost anything you can imagine here. So actions could be the most powerful and the best feature in all of RegFox here, and is just a fantastic feature that really puts the power into your hands. And you don't need to have any technical knowledge at all to use actions. So if I go down here, down to the registration options, and here I see that my $50 discount has been applied, and so that action is now working. So actions, again, are really powerful, and so you can do automatic pricing changes. But speaking of pricing changes, let's talk about coupons really quick. So coupons are really powerful, but really easy to set up. So if I want to set up a sample coupon, I'm going to give myself a coupon. The code will be Eric, the reference name. I can give something friendly like that. And I am going to give myself a 100% discount, and we're going to limit it to 1. And so this is how you can issue comps or free admission to certain people. So using that coupon code here, if I go down and I choose my registration option, let's go there. I can go down to the coupon section, type in my code, and voila, we have my 100% discount, and then I can step through and complete for free. How cool is that? Now, you notice I had the VIP option there. So what if you said, Eric can only attend for a certain registrant option, but not others? Well, you can advance this menu here and say this coupon code should only apply to the individual. So if I try to use that 100% off on the VIP, it's going to kindly tell me beat it. So that is how you can do free comps. You also can go and do flat dollar amounts. And so if you want a one called test, and this one's going to be $40 off, and maybe it's unlimited and whoever you want to share it with is great, no problem, you can do that. And that code will be $40 off the registration. Again, you can modify this all you want and give it expiration dates and have it apply to certain categories, but really easy to manage all your couponing here. The confirmation page is going to generate an automatic summary of whatever people registered for, and it also will show their billing summary. So we'll do that automatically for you, and you can include any custom text you want in here, but know that we're going to do all of the hard stuff for you in generating that summary for them. The confirmation email will have the ability to have a subject line, who it's from, and the reply to. And if you want to also include yourself or people in your team, you can blind carbon copy them there, and they'll get copies of the email confirmation whenever they come through. If you want to replicate whatever you put on the confirmation page into the email, check that box and we'll just use whatever you set there. We have event reminder emails and a whole bunch of other email types related to registration. Be sure to watch our other demos for that. I'm going to promote. We have a number of things in here. We have the ways to customize how your page is seen when it's shared online on social media. And we also have Event Google Discovery. This will list your event on the world's largest search engine and quickly help people find your event when they search for events near them. So great feature there. And again, a lot of other features here that are really helpful, especially the QR code generator. Attendee app is amazing, and you can watch that demo separately because it'll help you build agendas and turn on networking and sponsors and exhibitors. There's a whole bunch of great things in there, but be sure to check out that demo for the Attendee app. Then Onsite, we have a check-in app, we have label printers, and then we also have badge printing and cashless payments on site. These are all great features and they have different demos here, but the badge designer is absolutely amazing. We can create beautifully customized design badges, and we also integrate with the Zebra badge printer. So great things here. I'll show the check-in app here in a moment. And then under the settings, we have a whole bunch of great options here to have greater control over the experience and different settings and more tracking. So if all looks good, you're going to hit save and then publish. And then at this step, you'll be walked through onboarding with our built-in payment processor. So we provide you the payment processor automatically for you. And all you need to do is answer a couple of simple questions and you'll be live. So you can take credit card payments almost instantly upon publish. Now I'm here in a demo account here. So I'm going to push to a dummy credit card processor, but that is how simple the process is to go live. So you would just provide some basic details there, and then there'll be a secondary verification step that will determine how you get paid out into your bank account. And so that takes just a handful of minutes to do as well. But that shows you end-to-end how to create a registration page and publish. And then you can view published, and here is your secure page here, ready to share with the world and start processing payments and revenue. So now I want to show you what the registration process looks like for a registrant for this page. It's super easy, single page, no multi-step, fast, high converting registration. Let's show you. All right, so I have completed my registration, and just let me skim this for you real quick. So individual registration, we have Michael here. He's got his answers there, his sessions, a couple add-ons and upgrades, and we got a small donation, purchase protection added. If I wanted to add another person to the group, you could. We're going to just check out like this and hit submit. And just like that, Michael QR code that he'll use for check-in. We get a nice little automatic summary showing the registration details, also the upgrades and add-ons, and a billing summary. So that is the registration experience. So what I want to do now is add additional registrants here so I can show you the check-in process. So I'm going to do that now. All right, I've gone ahead and added a few sample registrants. Here's me. I've also added Toby Flenderson, Bob Vance, Dwight Schrute, and Michael Scott. And each of these have their own unique QR codes we're going to use for check-in. So let me walk you through how to set up the check-in app. So we're going to go back to the page editor here. We're going to go to Onsite and go down to the check-in app. And we're going to create an app key. An app key is a unique number that you can insert into the check-in app that's going to synchronize all of your data. That allows you to not share your email and password with all your help and volunteers. So we're going to give this a name, and then we're going to choose which fields we want to appear inside the check-in app. So we'll choose company name, we'll do title, we'll do phone, address, meal choices. We'll push those over, sessions, and let's also do merchandise. So these will be the fields that are going to be present in my check-in app. And if I want to make changes to anybody's registration in the check-in app, I can toggle this on to yes, and we'll hit create. And so now that gives me this nice number that anybody can insert into the check-in app, and it'll synchronize all the data. And you have multiple app keys depending if you want to change privileges or locations or people that are helping you out. So you can have multiple ones of these. So here I have the check-in app loaded on my phone, and this is compatible with Apple and Android devices. And when we open up the app, it asks for that app key. So you could type that in if you want, or what I'm going to do is hit scan, and it's going to scan that, and now it's going to download all of my registrants. And now right here, all of my registrations are loaded on my phone, which is awesome. And from here, I can check who is checked in and who's not checked in, so I can see an entire roster if I want. I can view this by registration details and options as well. And so I can do everything from here to check my progress of who's checked in and who's not. So I have 5 registrants, 0 have checked in. So using the screen back here, I'm going to open up one of the confirmations, and we're gonna hit the scan button here on the app. And right there, I don't know if you saw it, but it's so fast. Pulls up my registration, and here I can check myself in, and there I am. If I also want to redeem certain purchases, I have the ability to check in that I received my t-shirt and also the book. And I also can check people into sessions if I want as well. Let's go to another registrant. Let's go over here to Toby, and we can go either from the big scan button or the bottom one, doesn't matter. We're gonna hit scan. And just like that, there's Toby, looks good, and he's checked in. Let's do another one. Let's go over here to Bob Vance. We're gonna hit scan, and there Bob is, and we can check him in. Now, if we want to make a change to Bob, we can click the edit button on here and we can hit edit. And so what this is going to do, it's gonna load his registration. So I can make changes to his registration options. I can upgrade him, downgrade him, change information, anything I want from here, and it's pretty awesome. All right, if I want to look someone up, let's say Michael forgot his confirmation. I can also do a search and I can look up for Michael, and here he is, and I can check him in as well. So he is all checked in. So the check-in app is wildly simple. It's easy to use. Anybody can do it, and it'll make check-in a breeze. Let's go back here to the platform and talk through a couple more things. So let's go back over here, and we're going to view our registration list of different attendees. And we can go up here under registrations, and here we see all the different individuals who've registered for that page. And I can go over here and I can make changes to them by clicking the eyeball, where I get a summary, and I see that Toby here is checked in, which is great. I can do a number of things here. I can review. I also can edit him if I want. And so similarly from the check-in app, I can go here and I can make changes up or down or modifications. So I can upgrade Toby to the VIP. And so now his card on file will be charged for the difference. And you can override this amount if you want, and you also could give him the upgrade for free or charge a different card. So all the upgrades and downgrades and modifications is super simple. And almost every other platform on the planet makes you cancel registrants in order to make any changes. So I'm going to cancel that change there. If I need to cancel Toby as an attendee, I can go over here and hit cancel registrant. And so we give you a number of options here. The first one is if you have purchase protection, we're going to cancel him and not refund because purchase protection is going to do the refund. You can issue a coupon code for future use, which is really handy. And you can set all the details here, including an expiration date and details and notes. You can do a refund for a partial amount and choose the amount there. And you also can issue them a full refund and cancel. So all these come with the ability to send notes, and you can do that, and it's really simple and easy. So that is your attendee management side. Again, I have more demos on this, but you can do modifications and changes, and it's just a breeze. Let's talk through briefly some of the reporting. So if we go up here and go to all pages, we can see here that my DunderCon Scranton has 5 registrants. I can go down here to the analytics, and this is going to load a summary of my event performance. And it's going to give me stats on sales and registrants and conversion rates and visitors. I can change the date windows to any parameters I want here. I can quickly download the roster if I want there. And I get some nice charts and graphs here. I get all of my data visualized for me in this nice handy way. And everything you have on the page, it's going to automatically generate graphs and charts for you. You have another view of this called the report summary, which is going to give you these tabulated totals and help you itemize everything on the registration page as well. And this is a really handy report to look at if you like this view instead. To get at your data, it's really easy. We're going to go up to reports and go to exporter. And the most common one for you to do, maybe say a registrant report list, is going to be the registrant data. And from here, you can choose which pages you want to export. And just like in the check-in app, you're going to pick which fields you want to export. So you can pick them from the left-hand side here, move them to the right, and this is what's going to be downloaded in that Excel spreadsheet for you. And you have different filters you can apply here as well between dates. But another really handy thing is to apply filters up here. And so you can say, I only want the VIP registrants. And so this will filter that entire list by the VIP registrants. You also could do it based on sessions, meal choices, if they have dietary restrictions, anything you capture on the page that has an option like this, you can then filter. So really handy to get to the data really quickly and easily, and you're going to love it. What's nice about that is if you do a really custom report on here, you can then memorize this report and you can then recall it and rerun it anytime in the future. Even more, you can also auto-schedule this report to run on a given date or even a recurring schedule. So you can say daily, weekly on Fridays, bi-monthly, and so you can choose that here. So if we want it to be Mondays, that's great. And then you can email this report directly to somebody in your office. So Janet in accounting might want this report every Monday, no problem. She can get it automatically delivered. And if she only wants the new records, you can toggle this on and it'll just be new data that has happened since the last time it ran. So really incredible there. And if you want to send your bookkeeper a nice report, our payout summary right here is going to be the report that is going to show you how all your payouts arrived in your bank account. So incredibly easy and useful. And again, I have demos on this. I want to show you a few more things here in the platform. So under contacts, we have our CRM here. You can look up any registrant here and you can review them. So let's go look at Toby, and we see that he has been a customer 3 different times. We can see all the different events he's registered for. We can look at his transactions, tickets, interactions, and tasks. And so a nice CRM to add notes and keep track of relationships there. We also can modify his profile and add additional details for him. And we have an amazing service that does data enrichment for your contacts as well, which can pull in his social media profiles, household income, and some great other things as well. So our CRM is super helpful to manage all your contacts there. And you also can manually add contacts as well. So you can add sponsors and vendors and keep track of all of your relationships here. I want to show you a couple more features that will help you step up your engagement and your sales and your marketing efforts. The first one is our email center. So if you go up here under email center and then go under here, you see we have a few different types of emails. And the first one is email blasts. And this is going to be broadcasting mass emails out to registrants. You also can import a list as well, but you can target past registrants of past pages and send them a mass email quickly and easily. Dynamic emails, this is going to be to send customized emails to individuals that meet a certain registrant type or track. So maybe just a VIP email or just to sponsors or vendors. And this will happen automatically after registration. And then probably the best feature in the whole entire platform is the drip campaigns. And drip campaigns are a series of emails that you can write that will invite people to register for your event. And as people register for your event, they get unenrolled in the remaining following emails that are in the sequence. And this is the highest converting way to drive attendance and revenue for your event. And be sure to check out the demo on that. We also have a full text messaging platform built into RegFox where you have your own dedicated phone number where you can set up mass communication. So you can send out a text blast just like the email blast tools that we offer. We also have reminder text messages that can be sent out before your event starts, which is really amazing. We have keywords, which are autoresponders for people who want quick links to maybe directions to register. We also have a whole entire workflow for how to obtain 5-star reviews using the text responses. Incredible. And then we have dynamic text messages, and this allows you to send out a text message when someone checks in on site, or maybe 2 hours after they've checked in, or maybe 48 hours after your event concludes. So we've got some amazing things on the texting side, and these are all built in directly to the platform. All right, well, I think that about does it. I have shown you so much here in this demo, and be sure to scroll down below and review some of the many additional demos I have where I go deeper into many of the features that I gestured here. This is just a flyby quick overview, and so hopefully you found this informative, and above all, feel that this is the platform that you can win with, that you can do more, make more, and keep more with RegFox. And so we would love to work with you. So you're going to get a couple emails from me as a courtesy follow-up. If you reply to those emails, those will go directly back to me. And I would love to hear from you. I'd love to answer your questions or loop you in with somebody else from our team. If you need a phone call, just let us know. We'd be happy to help with that. So we'd love to work with you. If you want to sign up today, you can just go visit regfox.com and hit the sign up button on the top right and get started. No credit card required. You can get started today and start building your page and do all the really cool things that you've seen here today. Well, thank you so much for attending this demo. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. And if you have any questions, again, please let us know. Thank you again so much.